Want to know how to easily find ready-to-cut SVGs for your Cricut projects? Hi, I'm Shanice with Hypnotic Glamour Designs, an SVG designer, helping crafters just like you save time and frustration with files that are ready to cut for their craft projects. By the end of this video, you'll be able to find and identify a ready-to-cut image for your project in just minutes rather than hours or days. Before we get into it, today's featured freebie is the free SVG library. So go ahead and check out the first link in the description as well as the pinned comment below to learn how you can get access to that now. So there are 4 big mistakes that crafters make when they are looking for designs for their projects. So let's go through those. The first mistake is that crafters tend to swipe images off of Google or from the Facebook group dumps. So the problem with this is that these files more than likely require conversion and cleanup, which is going to cost you time and leave you less time for working on your actual project. The next thing is that crafters are using the wrong file format. So in that case, you may get a file that's either not compatible at all, or it's a file that you're going to have to convert before you can use it. Again, wasting you time that you could be spending on your craft project. If you missed last week's video on the best file format to use for your Cricut projects, just go ahead and check that in the card above and also in the description below so you can find out what that file format is. Another mistake is just using images that are of low quality. So what I mean by that is images that have jagged lines or images that are just blurry. So the problem with this is they're going to cut exactly how they are shown. So if it's shown with jagged lines, it's going to cut jagged. And if it's blurry, it's also will not cut nice and smooth for you also. So that just leaves you with a low quality finished product. And another issue I see is crafters trying to use designs that have just one layer, but they intend on making a multi-layer project. So the problem with this is you're going to have to separate all the layers yourself, which can be quite time consuming. And if you have no idea what to do, quite frustrating also. So some sites show you the layers beforehand so you know what type of file you're getting, but a lot of sites do not. All right, so which one of these mistakes have you been making? 1, have you been swiping images off of Google or your Facebook groups? 2, have you been using the wrong file format? 3, have you been using a low quality image that's either jagged or blurry? Or 4, have you been trying to make a multicolor image with a single layer file? Type a 1, 2, 3, or 4 in the comments to let us know. Okay, so now on to the checklist that you can use to find and identify a proper quality or a ready to cut file for your project in just minutes. The first thing you want to do is you want to consider the source. So when you're searching for ready to cut designs for your Cricut projects, it's important to actually look at where are these files coming from. So you want to make sure you get your files from reputable websites that have, of course, a good reputation and that are reliable. Marketplaces that crafters tend to use, the popular marketplaces, or just other places that are known for having high quality designs. So of course, the free SVG library is where you can get high quality and ready to cut designs. Again, you can access that in either the first line of the description below or in the pinned comment below. So making sure that you consider the source and get your file from a reputable and reliable site will help you find designs that are accurate and enjoyable to work with. So the next thing on the checklist, you want to check the actual file format. So before downloading or purchasing the file, check the file format to ensure that it's compatible with your Cricut machine. So of course, the best and most suitable file is the SVG format. So again, check the card linked above as well as in the description below if you want to watch that video and find out why that is the best format. So confirming the file format will save you time and ensure that you have a seamless cutting experience without any technical issues. So the next thing on the checklist is you want to inspect the visual appearance. How does the file look? So take a close look at it and, sorry, there's a fly. Take a close look at it and you want to check for smooth lines. You want to check for clear details. You want to check for well-designed shapes. Zoom in if you can and just examine the file and make sure that it's not blurry or fuzzy. Now remember, SVG files, you can increase the file proportions up as high as you want, and it does not change the quality at all. So that's something you want to be looking for. And a visually appealing design just will enhance the overall quality of your project. So just make sure you're paying attention to that. So have you found any of these items in the checklist helpful so far? If so, go ahead and give the video a like. So next on the checklist is you want to check the layers of the file. So examining the layers of a ready-to-cut design is critical for your customization and personalization process. So you want to determine if the design consists of layers for different colors or different elements. So of course, if you have the layers on different colors or elements, then you can easily modify them as needed, and you can add your own creative touch, and it just gives you more flexibility. So going back to what I said earlier, some sites you may not have a preview of the file, so you don't know how many layers it is until you actually download it. But if that's something they have, or that's definitely something you want to check and see if they have. So following these guidelines, crafters can confidently select ready-to-cut designs for their Cricut projects. So let's just do a quick recap of that checklist. So 1, you want to consider the source. You want to check the file format. You want to inspect the visual appearance. And then you want to check the layers. So following this simple checklist will help ensure a successful and enjoyable crafting experience with your Cricut machine. All right, so just a couple of announcements. Make sure that you get your free SVGs, your ready-to-cut SVGs from the free SVG library, checking the first line of the description as well as the pinned comment below for that. And also next week, we are going to go through some ways that you can edit and customize a SVG in Cricut Design Space. So to make sure you don't miss that, go ahead and subscribe and click the notification bell. And just make sure that you check that pinned comment below or the first line of the description so you can get access to the free SVG library now.